Architecture Graveyard has always been a peaceful place for students to go. On October 5th, that changed for a lot of students.
In the latest from San Luis Obispo tonight, a woman has reported being raped on the Cal Poly campus.
On October 5th, 2021, at 9:54 a.m., every student enrolled in Cal Poly got an email from the university. The email was a timely warning, issued under the Clery Act, alerting students of a serious and ongoing crime.
Details are just beginning to arrive here at Cal Poly after a reported crime taking place yesterday in the Design Village, also in the area known as the Architectural Graveyard.
It was an alert actually that was sent out on like late that Friday night, and it was like, there's a tall blonde like boy, like this is like the reporting of him like raped a girl in our graveyard. And I remember reading it and being like, wow, like that's a description of like over half of our population at school.
I was assigned to the story shortly after. I did a preliminary update, and then I turned to the administration for more answers. No matter what questions I seemed to ask, I was getting the same responses: a description of the Clery Act and a reiteration of the campus emails sent earlier.
I felt like scared, like genuinely scared, just because like that's something like being a girl in college, that's probably where like most of my fear comes from, is that like being raped or being assaulted is something that like happens to so many college girls. So I felt a lot of fear in that, and then it was just really sad to see how it recurred in next following weeks after.
My heart dropped. It was obviously it's a culture that is an ongoing thing throughout college experiences, but when you see that concrete letter written to you and to the entire student body, my heart just dropped, because as a woman, it affects me and it affects the girls around me. We have a right to be on campus and not feel scared.
When the second email came out, I texted my editor and asked her if I could report on the story. I still wasn't getting the answers I was looking for. No one could seem to pinpoint down why these assaults were alerted to the campus and what it meant for the campus community. So I met with the chief of police, the university spokesperson, and the Title IX director. That interview turned into the story, serious and ongoing. But months later, I've been wondering what the aftermath of all those events were. Do women at Cal Poly feel comfortable exercising? Exercising is important to many students at Cal Poly.
I like love to exercise. I like used to go to the gym a lot and like just do like random cardio stuff, but since the pandemic I started hiking and outdoors a lot more because gyms were closed for so long.
Working out is a very, very, very big passion of mine. I grew up with it. My mom's personal trainer. My brothers are all very physically active, so I fostered the exact same trait. However, when I do work out, I tend to either hike during the day with friends. I won't go by myself, or I will go to the gym.
Women find strategies on how to work out so they're not ogled, catcalled, or worse.
But if I was a woman, I'd definitely be, on average, less comfortable than a man. I feel like there is a tendency to believe, and there is like just a history of, I think, guys, maybe looking at girls inappropriately, and just like the ways in which girls get stared at sometimes during workouts. I've heard stories from my own friends personally that haven't happened to me.
I do choose to go to the gym at night. It is scary, so I bring my rape alarm. I always have this alarm attached to me. I pull it and it makes the most obnoxious noise, but at least I know other people can hear it around me. The fact that I have to bring that is absolutely ridiculous, but it's for my own comfort and my own safety, and knowing that I'm going to be okay if anything happens.
More than 1 out of 5 women in college are sexually assaulted. 3 out of 50 men in college are sexually assaulted. 3 on-campus assaults are listed in the police logs since January 1st.
I mean, I wish that we didn't have to like worry about it. Like, if it's just like interesting that I know so many, like my brothers like would never think that they couldn't run at night or something like that. Or like I remember one of my guy friends was like, yeah, I just want to run. I'm like, it's 9 p.m. Like, that's really fucking privileged of you.
I think that we can do a better job. Yeah, and we need to put, honestly, in order to change people, we need to put pressure on them and make them feel a responsibility. you know, and I think a lot of times, unfortunately, guys don't feel a responsibility, and they should. Yeah.
It just kind of all roots down to like how people just need to be educated from a really young age about sexual assault.
It'd be a right for women to be able to walk outside and not feel like they're walking on eggshells, but unfortunately, this is the reality of society.